Good morning, everyone. This is going to be the start of a new series that I'm going to call Road to 10K. Basically, the whole point of the series is it's going to go on until I hit my first 10K. That means £10,000 in the bank account. So I'm going to flash up an image, not of my dick, of my current bank account balance. So here it is on screen. It's a little bit low right now because I did just buy 2 new funded accounts. I just paid activation fees. But before we get into how the trading is going, let's get into kind of what I think I'm going to title this video. So, I'm a day trader. I am still in school, and I am, to be honest, school is going fucking shit. So, today it is about, what, 7:30 right now, so we're going to go into school at like 8:30, and I am getting my mock exam results for my A-levels back, so I'll show you guys, you know, what getting good at day trading does to your grades. I don't know what my grades are, we're going to find them out very shortly. But to talk about trading, to recap trading, here is how trading is going. So I still haven't taken a full-size loss in almost... If I don't lose today, I will not have taken a loss in an entire 3 weeks, which is fucking nuts. And obviously, that has resulted in good progress, not taking a loss in that amount of time. So, got my payout, that's why Road to Payout series is over. And I also, on Friday, I bought 2 evals. Yesterday, I passed both of those evals. I will say scaling is so dog shit. Yeah, scaling accounts is not fun. People think like scaling accounts and bigger accounts is fun. I've literally just wasted 3 days. 4 days. I just wasted 4 days where I could have been taking winners. So, yeah, this shit's so boring, but, you know, now I have 3 50k accounts. I'm moving up in the world, and it's crazy because I made a TikTok about this the other night. Back like a year ago, even 6 months ago, before I'd even passed 1 account, having 3 accounts, that would be crazy. Like, that'd be like, oh my god, I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna be a millionaire off this. But it's like, bro, now it's kind of like more money, more problems, you know? Like, now I'm dealing with more money. I don't know, bro. I was saying, like, last night, I'm low-key, like, so nervous. I don't even really want to trade today. I'm gonna be very, very careful going into trading today. Like, this is... And it's crazy because me 6 months ago would never be able to comprehend what I'm saying right now. But I don't even want to trade. Like, I don't want to lose on Thursday on my fresh accounts and then have to sit through Friday, Saturday, Sunday after taking those losses. Anything but trading today. I just want to do anything but trading, but I'll probably force myself on the charts. So, yeah. But anyway, I'm going to do this, and then I'm going to head into school, so I will see you guys there. Alright, let's see what we got. These are the subjects. E, U, E. Yeah, that's cooked. That's cooked. Here is the time lapse of me trading while I was in school, but before I get into a little bit more detail, if you're not already, join the Discord, link in description, awesome community. I'm sure you guys will learn a lot from being in there, and if you have not already, make sure you're subscribed. I'm trying to hit 2,000 subscribers. Alright, so I was in geography. I actually had a little look before market open just to see what was going on, because obviously you guys should know we're approaching all-time highs. It's pretty important to know, and like I said already, I kind of wanted to do anything but trading today, and seeing we already ripped through all-time highs, it gave me hope that I wouldn't have to take a trade today, because as I said, I didn't want to just take a trade on a Thursday and have to sit through it with a long weekend coming up. But, you know, there wasn't too much stress. I will tell you guys, when the teacher comes around while you're trying to, like, it looks like there's a position, because I'm not going to lie, I was looking for shorts about, like, until about 5 minutes into market open. It is stressful when the teacher comes around to check on your work and you just don't know how long they're going to be like, watching over you. You might miss your fucking entry because you can't be missing entries even by 10 seconds. Those 10 seconds can screw you over big time. Alright, so I'm just coming back from the sauna. As a lot of you guys know, I do like to occupy myself with stuff to do, especially A, when I don't have the gym afterwards, and B, when it's been either a losing trading day, an annoying trade, or, like today, a day where I don't take a trade and I only look at the markets for like 10 minutes. So one thing I wanted to talk about, because obviously you guys saw I got my exam results back today and they're not very good, is, and this is going to correlate with trading, so just listen up. I am kind of known as like somebody who is not very smart. For those of you who know how years work, you Americans probably won't understand this. Back in like year 10 and 11, I was fine. I was average. I was doing average in school. But year 11 summer holidays, so August 2024, I had a bit of change in my life, and that's how I picked up trading. So since August 2024, returning into year 12, my grades have gone down the gutter. No longer am I average or a little bit above average grades. I'm in like the bottom probably 2% of students. Okay, no, 5%. I'm probably in the bottom 5% bracket of grades for students. And it's kind of known because it's pretty hard also to avoid the fact I am on charts in class. Am I someone who has ever told people, yeah, I'm a day trader? No. But it's pretty hard to avoid, I want to trade New York session. Over the span of the 10 months I've been back at school trading, people are going to see that. And when people see you're doing something different, they're also going to tell other people. And so here's where I get to like more of a trading point of what I'm trying to say. Hang on, I'm entering a bit of a darker spot. Let me adjust the camera. Damn. Yeah, so people kind of know, oh, this kid's going to do shit. I purposely came in a little bit later to avoid like the post-exam or post-results discussion, right? Because I already knew what was coming. Results-wise and conversation-wise, I think everyone who's been to school or goes to school knows the feeling everyone's talking about what happened after exams and after results. So I dip out that bitch. And yet still, I probably get asked by 10 to 20 people, oh, how'd you do? And it got to like the 5th one, and I was like, why? I literally just started getting like, not pressed, but sounding pressed. Like, why do you care? Because it's like, here's why they care. I know why they care, but they'll never say it. I know why they care, because it's the same reason I care when I check how other people are doing in trading. And this is why, like, I'm guilty of this as well. But the reason they care is because they want to know somebody has done worse than them, whether they've done well, If they've done well, they want to know there's someone who's done bad. And if they've done bad, they want to know there's somebody, who's done even worse. Let's find a little seat. Alright, I can't find anywhere to sit. But, basically, it's like people only ask me because they know I'm a worse, academic student. So if they've done, like I said, if they've done good, they want to know someone's done bad to validify they've done as good as they think they've done. Or if they've done, bad for their standards, they want to check that someone who they already know is fucking a bit stupid school-wise, they want to know that that person has done even worse, I guess. I just fell. I'm trying to sit down and do this. But ultimately, how this relates to trading, which is my point, is like, I'm also guilty of this in trading. Like, I would classify myself as a top, like, 5% trader. I guess we can use that because I'm a bottom 5%. I said I'm a bottom 5% student in school. I guess we can say I'm a top 5% trader. And when I take a loss, I will go on, and I've said this in a video before, and I've said it to people in the Discord, I will go on my Discord, I will go online and check that people, like, when I've taken a loss, I will check, have other people taken a loss? And that will validify my loss, you know? And if I take a break even, or if I don't take a trade, I will go on social media to check people have done the same, or have done, or I'll ask in the Discord to check, has anyone else, like, are they in the same situation as me, to make sure, you know, if I've taken a break even, you know, they've either done something more fucked up than me, or not fucked up, because break evens aren't necessarily fucked up, but I'll check, have they taken a break even or done worse than me and taken a loss, you know? And that'll make me feel better, because I'm honest about this. It does, it really does. I'm honest about this, because a lot of people won't be honest about that shit. Or, you know, if I take a win, I'm going on social media checking, have motherfuckers lost or not taken a trade or have done worse than me, to validify my win even more. Ugh. So it's like, bro, I can't blame people, but it's kind of interesting. And when I ask people, no one wants to admit it. No one wants to admit it, but I know why, because that is also me. So when I ask people, because I just started asking people, because I knew I was going to keep getting questions, and people would get offended. I ask them, I said this to someone, I said, why do you care? They start getting fucking, like, offended, like I'm being fucking rude to them at this point. But it's like, bro, I know why you're asking me, because I do the same thing in a different field, you know? So that was kind of a rant. My camera just flopped over. You know, I can't complain though. I literally found this selfie stick in my cupboard. So, bro, I don't know. Kind of a random tangent, but I don't really know what the point of that tangent was. But yeah, there you go, guys. So we're going to get into the post-market analysis, post-market recap. I don't really like calling it analysis anymore, because I'm not really analysing anything. I'm just recapping it. So we'll get into that. I will explain fully why no trade was taken. All right, everyone, I have returned from my little walk. It wasn't really that little. Market closed early today. I'm going to fully show you guys in depth why I didn't end up taking a trade, and, you know, why you probably shouldn't have either, or I guess there was one good trade, which wasn't part of my strategy, but respect if you ended up taking it. So, here we are. Obviously, you know, I think something earlier on had already, you know, taken all-time highs. And if we go on to the 1 hour, so obviously we're very bullish, but we had taken this, you know, we'd already run up all-time highs. I don't know if I can't even see that. Oh, wait, no, I can. We'd already run up all-time highs were back here. We had already taken them. Well, actually, we'd already taken them yesterday, so I'm just talking a load of shit. But basically, pre-market, we'd already taken this high. So I was kind of thinking, right, for the first, like, 5 minutes, maybe we can catch a short. Maybe. And that very quickly changed. Very quickly. As you can see, we have SMTs with the 8:30 candle. If you do 8:30 sorry. Wait, do we have SMTs? No, we did have SMTs. Basically, we had SMTs on these highs, but they very quickly got, you know, removed, and then there were no SMTs. But because of this 50-minute, it's not an SMT, but sweep of liquidity, you know, yo, wait, give me a sec, I'm recording a video. Type shit. Okay. So, I was like, okay, if this inverses, maybe I'll go short. Maybe I will go short. But it never ended up getting inversed. I know there's a lot of people who ended up taking this, you know, longing off the 5-minute gap. I didn't want to long off the 5-minute gap, but I guess because we're so bullish, you well could have caught a little 1-to-1 there. But basically, the best thing I did today was not do anything. I saw price rip up. You know, by the time it was like here, I was still ready for like, okay, maybe we'll get a retrace, retrace back down to here. But once we opened like this and just started pushing up, by the time this candle had closed, or even before this, like midway through this candle, I just put my account on lock. That did not take long, and that's something previously I would have kept looking. We we do get a retrace, but we created all of this, and we get like a 3-point retrace into the gap. Potentially there's a trade up here, but after the Nasdaq rallies 220 points since 8:30, and by the way, like this is what I'm talking about, break even there, and then you're gonna get break even. Full TP would be like here. Just a 1-to-1. Yeah, I'm getting break even on that. But why would I want to trade? Because most of the time when the Nasdaq does shit like this, there ends up not being any good trades at the top after we've already done all of this. So best thing I did was lock myself out. That's it for the video. Join the Discord if you haven't already. Subscribe to the YouTube. I'm trying to hit 2K subs, and see ya.